Thank you for that. And so, CN, what was interesting about meeting you is that you brought your own topic to me, which is great as an interviewer. So I said, CN, what can you talk about? And you said, hey, I'm going to talk about data for growth in the retail context. So can you introduce your initial thoughts as to, what that really is? And then we'll start to dig into the detail.
One of the cool things about retail, and this is probably true of any business, but particularly in retail, is when you have customers shopping with you on whatever frequency, daily, weekly, maybe they only come to you at Christmas time to buy Christmas gifts, you get great sources of data. And with all of the amazing digital tools we have, everything is more measurable than ever before. And so you can really get into the mind of your customer, and you can understand how they engage with you, where they engage with you, and what impacts how they engage. So those changes over time, seasonal changes, what happens when competitors enter the market. What I see happening is a lot of businesses have got this data, but they're not entirely sure what to do. So they've got pots and pots of data that they are tracking, and they can see stuff going up and down. But when you have to translate all of that existing data, which is historical, into what are we going to prioritize and build on for the future, that's, I think, where a lot of organizations become unstuck, because there is always a lot more to do than you have capital available. And the temptation is to focus on the things that are sure bets. So fixing things like revenue and conversion and fixing existing products is very tempting, because they're known, and because you've already got something that exists and you've got historical data, you can continue to optimize and grow. And that's important. You should always be doing that. However, what a lot of businesses are probably not good at is thinking about the sort of next two horizons of growth. So what's going to be a source of growth in the near future? How can you continue to delight customers? How can you create new sources of value, new propositions? And how do you experiment with some of the new stuff that's coming along? Because you're probably going to have to fail many, many times before either that thing gets traction in the market, or before you can figure out how best to integrate it into customer journeys. And I think that's where I've seen, particularly in retail, it's a real struggle.